All right, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Michael Fletcher. Welcome to this. I'm alongside Anthony Florio for another edition of the Ranger Roundup. And wow, okay, this one is going to get a lot of people ranting tonight. And I know New York Ranger fans is absolutely furious after this performance. This was a complete and utter wipeout, a massacre in the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. The Pittsburgh Penguins kicked down the door, threw the Rangers out, made themselves right at home, and when it was all said and done, it was a 5-0 holiday hamming of a bloodbath. I mean, all right, where do I begin? Well, it started early with a goal 1 minute, 9 seconds into the game. Eric Fehr gets the goal. Ben Lovejoy and Evgeny Malkin gets the assist. 1-0 Pittsburgh. Then, Penguins on the power play. Patrick Hornqvist gets a goal, his fourth of the postseason, assisted by Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin. 2-0 Penguins. After that, Chris Sherry gets a goal, unassisted, at 16-12. That made it 3-0 Penguins. Going into the second period, Penguins back on the power play again, and Evgeny Malkin gets the first goal of his postseason, assisted by Sidney Crosby, Patrick Hornqvist. That was 4-0. And then Evgeny Malkin again in the third period, 3:28 into the third. He gets another power play goal, assisted by Durban and Nick Barino. I mean, it was a complete and utter wipeout. There's really nothing more to say about this game. The shots were 32-31 advantage for the Penguins, and basically they literally feasted on the power play, scoring 3 power play goals the entire game. They were 3 of 6 for the power play. I mean, there is nothing to say. The 3 stars of the game, before I toss it to Florio, it was number 3 star was Sidney Crosby. Number 2 star was Matt Murray, who absolutely who played spectacular. Shutout victory, clean sheet for him, stopping all 31 shots. And Evgeny Malkin, the number 1 star of the game. Why not? 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points. Anthony Florio, I know you told me before I got in, you were absolutely not happy. You were very angry about the performance. You saw the game. What happened to the Rangers tonight?
I tuned out after the third period. That's what happened. But I'm going to be honest with you folks. Yes, Anthony Florio here for the Ranger Roundup. Yeah, not delighted to be here as always, as usual. Why? Because of the fact that tonight was probably the most piss poor performance I have ever seen in a New York Rangers game, Stanley Cup playoffs after all these years. Are you sure this was the same team that went to the Stanley Cup finals 2 years ago? Are you sure this was the same team that nearly went back there again last year? The team that took Tampa to Game 7 of the conference finals, and oh my gosh. I mean, Jesus, I mean, has any of these Rangers ever played a game before? I mean, Jesus, I mean, unbelievable. I mean, oh God, man. I mean, just I have never seen a more phoned in performance than I did tonight. I mean, and I thought there was a possibility that they were actually going to do something, and who was I kidding? Only myself. Yeah. Whatever, man. But let me just say it like this. Game 5 is Saturday. I don't know if it's going to be in the afternoon or in prime time. It's time to be determined. I really don't know when it's going to be. But I'm just going to say it right here and now. You heard it here first. Season's over. That's all I'm going to say. You think there's going to be a 3-1 comeback? Not on your life. I don't see it. I just don't. But being the professional that I am, I'm still gonna do my usual routine, even though what I did not like what I saw tonight, honestly. You got the 3 stars of the game. I could not agree more with that. I mean, it was basically it was the Pittsburgh Penguins were, the bully on the block, and the New York Rangers were just, a high school varsity team. That's what it is. It's what it is. And 32-31, the shots on goal for Pittsburgh. Big difference here for the Pittsburgh Penguins. 3 out of 6 on the power play. 3 out of 6. And the Rangers were 0 for 4. 0 for 4. I'll give the Rangers the advantage. They won the faceoffs. That's fine and dandy, but faceoffs don't win games. Let's not kid ourselves. 29-22, the hits in favor of the Rangers. 15-12, Pittsburgh had the blocks advantage. But what mattered the most was the scoreboard, and they did the 3 stars of the game, and they got it right. My 3rd star, Sidney Crosby. He won 10 faceoffs. He with 2 assists and a takeaway. Matty Murray, I thought, was absolutely brilliant for the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight. 31 saves. We got a goaltender of the future in Pittsburgh. I mean, Marc-Andre Fleury, currently, battling a concussion. Forget Zakov. Keep Murray. Murray is your guy. He keeps doing what he's doing. This thing's over on Saturday, even though I already think it's going to be. But the best player on the ice for the Pittsburgh Penguins, absolutely, positively, no doubt about it. Money back guaranteed, grade A, Evgeny Malkin was the guy tonight. With 2 goals and 2 assists, had 2 blocks and a hit, won 3 faceoffs. But Malkin was definitely the stud for the Pittsburgh. He was basically like Enzo Amore, Fletch. He's a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. And Patrick Hornquist, another one of my stars of the game, had a goal and an assist. Give him a couple of hits. And, Brian Dumoulin, 3 blocks and 2 hits. Great game for him. Matt Cullen, a couple of takeaways, 9 faceoffs. Nicky Bonino, I'm gonna throw him in there. He had an assist, hit and a takeaway. 9 faceoff wins for him. Eric Fair with a goal, had a hit and a takeaway. 2 faceoff wins. Tom Kunackle, 3 hits and 2 blocks for the Penguins. Kunitz with a couple of hits. Chris Letang, a couple of hits and a takeaway. And Oli Mata. I got to give Oli Mata some credit too. 5 hits, and he had 5 hits, which led the Pittsburgh Penguins, and also had a block as well. And basically, it's like this: the Pittsburgh Penguins were 5 stars, and the New York Rangers were an absolute dud. That's all there is to say about that. But to me, Malkin was the best player on the ice for Pittsburgh, no question about that. Far and away the best game I've seen out of Malkin in a very long time. I mean, he had been non-existent the last couple of years, but he showed up tonight. That's all there is to say about that. And pretty much all I can say. And Matty Murray, I mean, this young man, what can I say about it? I mean, 31 saves. I mean, we got a goalie of the future. I mean, he reminds me of Ben Bishop. You remember how Bishop, made our lives miserable a year ago? Well, he reminds me a lot of Ben Bishop. And by the way, congrats to Tampa Bay. They move on to the next round. They put away the Red Wings. So I'm done in the Walmart Hockey League. So that's another reason to be heated. Huh. Oh, yeah, what a night indeed. Unbelievable. But for the New York Rangers, I will it wasn't all that bad. I mean, even though I was very heated about them not doing a thing. There were some guys who actually did play well tonight. I'll give an edge to Dominic Moore, who led the Rangers with 13 faceoff wins. Stepan had 11 faceoff wins. Eric Stahl, Derek Brassard with 10 faceoff wins apiece. Lindbergh, Oscar Lindbergh, a faceoff win. Kreider led the team with 5 hits. I'll give Kreider some props, with 5 hits. He gave a good effort. Tanner Glass, I'll give him some love too. He had 4 hits, a takeaway, and a block. Good effort from Glass, but not nearly good enough. Faust, Jesper Faust, 3 hits and a takeaway. Good effort from him. Zooks had a solid game. He had 3 hits, he had a takeaway. I'll give Zook some credit here. Stepan, 2 blocks and a hit. Give him some love there. Eric Stahl, a couple of blocks. Mark Stahl, block and a hit. McDonough, a couple of hits and had 2 hits and 2 blocks. So a solid effort from McDonough. But as I look at it here, Boyle had a block. Kevin Klein, 2 hits and a block. JT Miller had a hit, and that's pretty much it. Far and away, though, it's not often I do this, but I'm gonna do it. Far and away, the worst player on the ice tonight. I hate to say it, and this is a guy I've been very high up on the last year or so, just like you have, Fletch. Keith Yandel, where were you? You did absolutely nothing tonight. 4 shots on goal, yeah. But nothing on the score sheet, obviously. No blocks, no hits, no takeaways, no nothing. Yandel was non-existent in every sense of the word. So Yandel, yeah. You know what you have to do come Saturday. Simple as that. And, other than those guys I mentioned, none of the other guys did anything. They won their face-offs. I will give them that. Face-offs were always, were the Achilles heel against Tampa last year. And I don't know what is going on with the home cooking, Fletch. What is it, like bad hospital cafeteria food or something there? What is that now? 5 straight playoff home games we've lost dated back to last year? Or whatever. Oh, goodness. 5. This is actually 4 straight home playoff losses. That home cooking in Madison Square Garden is, well, not tasting as good as it once did. Tampa beat us in Game 5 last year, and then again in Game 7. And then what happened on and I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, but 3 of our 4 consecutive playoff losses, Fletch, have resulted in shutouts. 2 at the hands of Ben Bishop and now Matt Murray. Oh, man. 9-0, and then whatever the score was in we've been outscored 12-1 during this 4-game home losing streak in the Stanley Cup playoffs, Fletch. 12-1. Only 1 goal in our last 4 home games. Dating back to and then of course actually it's 5 in a row. I stand corrected. 5 in a row that we've lost at home. They also got us in Game 2 last year. Man, that home cooking not tasting so damn good right about now. Henrik Lundqvist gets pulled. Antti Ranta. I'll give Ranta some credit. 13 out of 14. That's good for Ranta, but Henrik Lundqvist, that's the worst performance I've seen from him in a long time, probably in about 3 years or so. Jesus, man. I don't know what else there is to say, man, except, I'm still going to fight. I'm still going to root. You and I, Fletch, we're Ranger fans till we die, but I was not particularly proud of the performance we saw tonight. I mean, like I said, I tuned out. Honestly, I didn't really pay much attention to the game because, Thursday SmackDown is on. And I'll tell you what, I was more entertained by tonight's SmackDown than I was by this Ranger game tonight, honest to God. But, oy. But we're going to keep fighting. We're going to come to play in Game 5. Huh. Yeah, right, I hope. But at this point, I seriously doubt it. I mean, this was the team that nobody wanted to see in the Stanley Cup playoffs come this time because, for the last month and a half, no team has been hotter than the Pittsburgh Penguins. I mean, other than like the Washington Capitals maybe, but they got cooled off last night by Philadelphia. So, yeah, this could be an open and shut. This third year of the Ranger Roundup could be over like that come Saturday, and it's a damn shame because I've enjoyed doing these roundups since we decided to start doing this 2 years ago. 2 years ago we had that magical run to the finals, and then last year nearly got there again, and you're there first. This year they ain't going nowhere near that. No way. Yeah, and even if they were to make it out of this round, do you really think they're going to beat the Washington Capitals? No. Not after games like this. No. 3-1. The last 2 years, the New York Rangers have somehow found a way to overcome those deficits. You remember last year, they came back from 3-1 down against the Washington Capitals. Somehow, some way, they were able to do it with 2 overtime winners. And then, of course, the year before, 2014, against the Pittsburgh Penguins, they came back from 3-1 down. So my gut says to continue to be heated about this, but my heart says keep fighting. And you know what? I'm going to listen to my heart here. We're going to keep fighting. We're going to keep believing. And we're just going to go by our usual mentality of it is what it is. And I'm just going to credit the Pittsburgh Penguins, man. They've remembered what's happened the last 2 years. They haven't forgotten about it, and revenge is a dish best served cold. And we're freezing. I mean, we're sinking. We're sinking. It's as simple as that. We're sinking. So I would not be surprised if Saturday, whenever this game is on, I don't know if it's, like I said, the time is obviously to be determined. I don't know if it's going to be in the afternoon. I don't know if it's going to be the primetime game because I know that NBC is slated to have 2 games on Saturday, one at about 3 in the afternoon and then the other at 8 o'clock in primetime. I really don't know what they're going to do, but honestly, I don't care what time of the day it is. It doesn't matter what time of day it is. As much as I want to keep fighting, and I do, honestly, I'm going to call it here and now. Saturday, the series is over. Let's wrap it up.
All right, and with that said, we are indeed going to wrap it up. Tomorrow night, Strictly Sports. We're going to cover a lot of things. Anthony, has the docket been released yet for Strictly Sports?
It's the NFL schedule.
Oh, that's right. NFL schedule. We're gonna break down every nook and cranny from week 1 through week 17, all the matchups that we're gonna be looking forward to, and then some. And until then, we're probably gonna do the Ranger Roundup on Sunday. I'm gonna be very busy with things during Saturday. I know Anthony might have some things busy on his end as well. So we're going to do it Sunday night around 10:30 Eastern, another edition of the Ranger Roundup. Could this be the last time we do it? We'll wait and see. But until then, remember, tomorrow night, Strictly Sports, NFL schedule special, and then Sunday night, 10:30 Eastern, we'll do the Ranger Roundup for Game 5. For Anthony Florio, I'm Michael Fletcher. Good night, everybody.